and sisters. Hey, got no problem, brother. Hmm. Well, today is nobody's looking, nobody's watching, mama. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna eat. Oh, people start coming on. You know. Awesome. You ready? Yeah, come on. Ben, what's up with him? He said, bye, Felicia. Oh, yeah? Damn, you got more on your face. You got more on your face than in your mouth. Yeah. So this is baby girl's first real food feeding. Yeah, she's having her first real meal. Everything else was just milk, but now she's having real food. So she's pretty fired up. So let's go. What's up with everybody? Jazz, what up? Fantasy. Yeah, say what's up. Hey. Mark, say what's up to the chat. Yeah. Say what up, y'all. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, she's really excited. That's her first taste. We're doing, I think it's oatmeal and apple today. It's her first taste. And then I'm gonna have to sneak in the peas and carrots at some point. But so far, there we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, baby hungry. Yeah. What's up with everybody, man? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's been a busy day, you know. Yeah, any advice for making, I want to make my own baby food for her too. That way we know, where it's coming from. But yeah, any advice, I'll take it. Definitely. Like what's your tips on homemade baby food? Hey. I know you like it. Keep it coming, huh? Yeah. Here, come on. That's right. Mm. She got her shots today, so she's a little fussy. But Gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah. Strawberry bananas. Nice. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, she's 6 months, so she just made the food mark. Damn, look at your mouth, girl. Let me see. Let me see. I ain't gonna do you like that. 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 I ain't gonna have you on TV like that. Yeah. Bubba. Bubba. Yeah. Bubba. Huh? She might be tired. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Someone I just found out about because she's teething too. So, but I was told about a pacifier that does, you can put like mashed bananas and frozen fruits and stuff like that in there, which is super cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is my little partner, man. We watch football. Like the first, I think it was the first Raider game of the season. She was she was born. We were in the hospital, and then we watched that game, and we won that game. So I thought she was the good luck charm, and then we went on to lose, well, a lot. But you know, but but her welcome did bring a win. So she's still a winner in my eye. But yeah, she's super super chill. You know, exploring food for the first time. We're gonna do the oatmeal, cereals, and all that good stuff. I got her a good little mix. I got a good little mix of everything. We stacked up. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get too many sweets. I'm gonna try to mix the sweets with the sorry, earmuffs. With the peas and the carrots and the spinach. You know what I'm saying? So that way, she'll eat, she'll get her nutrients and get her goodies. Yeah. Yep, she definitely is. She's a sweetheart too. She likes everybody except for Santa Claus. Santa Claus made her cry. But other than that, she likes everybody. So we gotta work on that too though. Say what's up, chat. Say what's up, everybody. Say happy Friday. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody ready for the weekend. Hope everybody off for the weekend. You know? Yeah, we just chilling, man. We on here. What's been going on today? Like, I got off work and then got the baby, and then we had a doctor's appointment. So I've been gone all day. So, you know. First in a while, I have another daughter, and it was different with her. Like I was younger, and learning and everything like that. So I was kind of in, out, and then I was in. But with her, like I was there pretty much for everything, like the pre-birth, the pregnancy, the actual birth. You know what I'm saying? Being there, so it was definitely I was better with her than I was with my first daughter. So, you know, shout to her too. Shout to my dads. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's definitely been a learning experience, like doing it like full time. It's shout to the moms out there, because it is a job. She makes it easy though. She's not like a whiny baby. She's not like a, cry baby. She's definitely a strong soul. So, she makes it easy. She takes it easy on pops. But I'm trying to get her. I have a couple little things for her. I want to get her like a brand, and then put it in her name or whatever, so that way she could sell stuff, and then by the time she gets to adult, she's got a good little stack. So if you guys see me working with designs, I got a couple things for it's a I can tell you guys it's a design for dads pretty much. It's the when the babies are born, like for fathers, like we have that father stare, where we're just staring at the baby, holding the baby. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, it was like that too. Even with my first daughter, it was like, as soon as I held my daughter, I knew that I had to do better. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I had to get more money. I had to hustle harder. I had to do everything better. You know what I'm saying? Even with this one, it puts you in that mode. So I made some designs, and I have some for pretty much a lot every race of fathers. From Latino to Asian to African American to lighter skin to all the different races. I try to make a logo for to represent the dads out there, man, because it's crazy when you go into the community, as a father, and it's like there's a respect, what I'm saying, like that. A lot of people don't do it, like I'm sorry, mama. Let me see. Yeah, you want to talk? You want to talk too? You want to talk too? Come on, we'll both talk. Come on, we'll both talk. Talk to the people. Say, who's there? Who's in there? Who's in there? Who's in there? Huh? Who's in there? Ooh. Yeah. You be excited. You don't want to cry on camera. You don't want them to know you. Can I say hi? Look at that. Look, say hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, baby tired. She got her shot, so I think it's kicking in. You want to lay it down? You want to lay it down? You want to lay it down? Let's see. Oh, you want to lay it down? Is that what it is? You okay? Okay, I think that's what it was. She was tired of being on. But yeah, like I said, I have logos for those dads. It's cool, man, because nobody's perfect. Like we make mistakes, and it's what you learn from the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with those life lessons. Like for me, I've never met my father, don't know who he is, whatever. And, that it's affected me in my life. It's been one of those things where I didn't know pretty much what made me me. Like my whole life has been me just, doing me, because it's like, it's all I know. I didn't have that person to look to be like, oh, this is who I'm supposed to be like, or this is who I'm, I'll grow up to be like this. No, I didn't have that. So I had to figure it out. Most of the time I led with my heart over my head, and that was sometimes my failures, but, no regrets in life. I did I felt best for, those involved, myself, and sometimes I put other people in front of myself, and I'm sure we all do. Pretty sure we all do. Pretty sure we all put other people in front of ourselves, but just all I can say is sorry, just trying to stay strong, just try to stay strong and we used to always say, like, make it to your pillow, man. It may be a rough day, whatever, but just try to make it home, rest that neck, and the next day, most of the time you wake up better. Like, what I'm saying? Just get through the day. What I'm saying? Get to the next one. Yeah, time is crazy. Like, I'm kind of coming on here, because I haven't been on in a while. Usually we're doing, Raider talk and everything like that, but my team is okay. They'll be fine. They're building something nice, so I'm gonna let them build. But we're just gonna talk about life. So ever since I returned back kind of to work from, like, anybody that's been, yeah, me too. Anybody? I hear you too. I hear you. Yeah, like anybody that's been like away from work or whatever for few weeks or a couple months or whatever, and then you return back, it's crazy. Like, my job is pretty much as a care manager. I take care of elders, and we make sure they get their appointments, they're taking their medicine, and just hook them up with specialists, and just make sure they're okay, because a lot of them don't have family, don't have help, so we kind of step in and help them with that. But it's it's tough when I have a caseload of 20. We started off as a community health worker. I was at 40 people, and you still feel like you don't get to everybody. You have to get to basically everybody twice a week. So that's 40. We call them touches. 40 touches every week, pretty much. And if the first meet is kind of checking, wellness checks, making sure they're okay, checking in, making sure there's no pain, no, shortness of breath, any kind of thing you can think of. My sugar's been high, my high blood pressure. We check in and make sure. So that's the first touch. And then the second touch is pretty much when we make the appointment and we escort them or support their appointment to the doctor. So while we're at the doctor, we're pretty much there because, like, when you go to the doctor, unless you have a history or you have a dad that's a doctor in the medical field or you got a mom that's a nurse, a lot of us don't speak doctor. We don't speak medical, and it was kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Banks, what's up, bro? Like it's we don't always understand, and like some of us don't like to ask questions because we want to act like we know what they said, like and pretend. But then if you're like me, I'm gonna ask questions because I don't like not knowing because I ain't gonna sit there because my job is to educate the client. Because the client's not gonna ask because they're sometimes embarrassed or just they don't want to admit that they don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand, and I'll be the first one to be like, sorry, doc. Can you what is how do you say that word again? Or what I'm saying, how you spell it? Because most of the time it's the spelling. Because it may sound like something and I'll write it away and the doctor will throw a K, an X, all that in there. But yeah, so we stand by the client and we ask the questions. Like sometimes what I've done pretty much like lately is I'll make whatever say I know they're gonna maybe possibly forget to ask. I make a list for them ahead of the appointment. I send it to their doctor. So that way it gets addressed. Hopefully by the time we're at the appointment, the doctor will walk in. Most of the time, Dr. Cup sometimes walks in with some of the stuff. Like, hey, I got your message and here's this and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so it's pretty cool because like, a lot of our clients have cognitive decline. So they don't remember certain things. And so that's why we're kind of like a backup. We're kind of the in between. But, my boy just sent me something, said, well, there goes Crosby. So I don't know. My bad to get off the subject, but my boy just sent me something saying, there goes Crosby. So if anybody knows anything, let me know what if anything happened. But yeah. But it's cool because, like I said, a lot of these people don't have like family. They don't have people to check on them, or they have like a shady caregiver or somebody that's taking their money and all this kind of stuff. So that's why we kind of step in to make sure there's no foul play, no nothing, nothing janky going on. Huh? Yeah. Yep. So we make sure they're supported. It's pretty cool. And then, like I said, long story short, I came back and it was like I was super behind, and we have to do our everyday, current stuff. But I was like, I was out for 2 months, so I was 2 months behind. It took me, I feel like I went back in January, like the beginning of January. So I just start kind of getting back in the swing of it. I feel like this last week, and I chipped away at a list that took me way too long. I kept saying, "Oh yeah, man, give me to the end of the week, give me to the end of the week," and then things pop up and all this kind of stuff. So I stopped giving times. I just start shutting up and getting to work. You know what I'm saying? Like don't talk about it, be about it. So it was just tough. Like I was behind, man. I was struggling. Like what I'm saying, I was not only behind but struggling. And we got through it, but it's just like, man, when you're in the mix, like you feel like every day is your last day at work. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like, damn, man, like they can only be patient with me so long. Because like they let me bring the baby sometimes in the morning. Because sometimes like I won't have anyone to watch the baby in the morning until she. Well, I'm telling your story too. You ain't got no secrets. You ain't got no secrets here. You too young for secrets, no. No, but yeah, like so they'll let me, bring her and I'll be trying to do my work while I got her, but it's tough, but we get through it. Like I said, like, and the daycare opens at like 9, so that's why I have to kind of do what we got to do till 9 o'clock. But they've been very patient, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me feel bad sometimes because I feel like because I come and then the baby can be it's a little cutie, so she can be distracted a little bit. So I feel like damn, I'm like am I causing more trouble than I'm putting down? But they're hella cool. I love my team. I love the company we work for. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a place that really does care. We do care for our people, and our team makes it worth it. They're the clients are hella cool as hell too. Like they're just good people. Good people that just want to be somewhere safe and peaceful and have a little fun. We got a lot of activities like the gym and PT. Uh, they do shows, all kind of stuff. Like they bring in people from different places to come entertain and music therapy, aromatherapy. Some cool stuff. And I've learned a lot. Like since working there, I've learned about different, pretty much different, di- different medical positions. Anybody in the chat that wants to get rid of this clown? Yeah, but anyway, negativity, negativity. What did Kendrick say? He said, "Don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell no truths about you." So, yeah. Well, see, look, mama. Oh, who's that? That's you. That's you. Be strong now. Gotta be strong. Flex your muscles. Big dogs. Big dogs. Yeah. Big dog. Yeah, yeah. Say what's up, y'all. Say what's popping out there. She like, who in the chat? She looked at the thing like, who in the chat? Look at it. Who in the chat? Say what's up. Say what's up, Marcus. Is that Marcus Banks? What's up, Marcus? That's my offensive coordinator, Mr. Marcus Banks. Yep, yep, yep. Shout out to everybody. Everybody in the chat, even the haters, man. Yeah. This is a real POS in there. Let me see. Let me get this clown real quick, guys. Sorry. But anyway. Yep. But thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. She is a winner, man. She cool too. She cool to chill with, man. Oh, then you make me look like a liar. Then you start crying. No, but she hella cool. She watches football. She really. I can tell you a secret. Then nobody gonna tell nothing. It's okay. It's not a deep dark secret. She's like, it is to me. She's like, it is to me. It is to me. It is to me. Okay, all right. I won't tell no more. She does like UFC though. She be watching. All right. Oh, hey. Hey. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? What does that mean? Oh, you want some more food? Is that what you're saying? What you saying though? What you saying? Sorry. Hey, that's not cool. No? Not too much? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Not? Alright. There we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been cool, Marcus. I've been cool. I've been just, life, work has been crazy, and then, the baby. Yeah, she's sleepy too. Cause she was trying to go to sleep on the way too. And then I've been on here yapping, so you know. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, it's the weekend, so I'm off. So we chilling. We are definitely chilling. Yep. How's everybody? How's everybody doing? Oh, there's always got to be a negative one, man. Always got to be one. Always got to be one. Crosby traded for 2 firsts from the Ravens. Max Crosby just went to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks. Oh, yes. Wow. It really happened, y'all. It really happened. So Max is going to the Ravens. That's crazy. I heard about the Ravens whispers, I think it was this morning. That is wild. See, it's always a team. I always feel like it's always a sneak team. It's never who you think he's going to, because I know they were saying Chicago and all this. I was like, nah, he ain't going to Chicago. Especially when DJ Moore went to what was that? Goodness. Sorry, Mama. Come here. Wherever you went. But Max is gone. That is crazy. Max is gone. I know. Max is gone, Mama. He's gone. Hey, 2 first though, y'all. In fact, sorry, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do that. So Max, we love you, 9-8. We appreciate everything that you gave us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you are, not gonna be replaced easy, and we appreciate it. We appreciate everything you did, and shit, you should make the playoffs for sure next year. You know what I'm saying? So shout to you, and we'll see you in them playoffs next year. No, Max is gone, Mama. Yeah. Oh no. He's gone to the Ravens. Yeah. I know. But it's okay. But guess what? We got 2 first-round picks, though. Hey, we got 2 first-round picks, though. Yay! We got 2 first-round picks, though. I know it's not the same. She's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. We got 2 first-round picks, though. But Raiders have to make this count. 2 first-round picks this year and 2 first-round picks next year. Oh my. We got a hit. Mama. Oh no, I'm sorry. Here. No. My bad. Silly vaccines. No shots. I'm sorry. You gotta make your dollar bubbles, too. Yeah. So damn, it's crazy, man. I came on live and that's what happens, huh? That's what happens. Gino's gone. Max gone. And I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't talk about it anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh no. You fussy wussy. Alright. Damn, that's crazy. So, we could. Yo, do you know what this means? We could double up in that first round. We could double up now. We can hit, y'all. We can get our quarterback, and we can get a key position early. Because the Ravens weren't a playoff team, so they were like mid, I want to say mid, like probably 18, 15, something like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that'll be a good. I don't know. We can get a premium wide receiver either this year or next. You like premium? You like premium wide receivers? We need one. Yeah, we need we. I mean, we could get by with our, especially this year. We could get by with what we got. But you know what I'm saying? At some point, man, we're gonna have to get two-star wide receivers. Hey, dang, 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 dang. Sorry, 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 sorry. Come here, mama. Come here, come here. Hey, come on. Look at your face. Look at your face, mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. She's, she's a little fussy. She's just tired. I'm gonna go sleep. Come here. Let's see. Hey. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. Oh, say what's up to everybody. Everybody that didn't leave yet. Let's see. What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Mr. Jones. Sorry. Sorry, mama. Don't go weed. Don't go weed. Don't go weed. Don't go weed. Yeah. Let me get Bubba. Hold on. Let me get Bubba. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Let me mute it. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, yeah, she's an idiot. I knew by the racist name alone that she was an idiot. But, you can't control other people, man. People are who they are, and, do you. But, yeah. Max Crosby, y'all, has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks, which is nuts. Because, we heard the, go, get my baby. Get my baby. I'm sorry. Like I said, she got her shots earlier, so she's a little fussy right now. The baby's fine. She just, like I said, she had her shots, so she's gonna be a little fussy tonight. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can. I'm on my phone, so I'm not, but I really should. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, some people, man, you know, some people suck. Nice. Much better. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the baby's doing okay. She's just fussy, a little fussy. Sorry about that, guys. Some people suck. Ugh. Also, right, appreciate it. I feel the same way. But you always have one hater, man, to help you keep going. And that's how it goes. You always need one. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Max is gone, man. So it's interesting to see what we do. Damn, that's so crazy. So that frees up some money. Hopefully we work out something with that contract where we, either they eat a lot of that and we don't have, because most of the time we have to eat a lot of that contract or whatever. But it looks like, well, I mean, I'm not looking at it right now, so I don't know what it looks like. But it happened. This, no more. Is he going? You know, rated for life. We always have love for Max. Max did everything he could. It wasn't like the Antonio Browns, the Randy. Shout out to Randy Moss though. That's will always be a legend to me. But he was one that came to us and it didn't go too well. But most of the time, the free agents don't work out for us, whatever. So that's why the people like that. Yeah, but Max was homegrown. We got way more out of him than we ever expected coming in. Him coming in, getting drafted. For sure, you too, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. Max gave us, man. He gave us all he had, and we tried to give him. The only time I feel like we actually gave him help was when we had Yannick Ngakwe, or not. Never mind. I'm gonna just say it like that. But yeah, when we had him, I felt like they were a good little combination. And after that, he never really had anybody to kind of compete with him. Maybe Chandler Jones, but we know how that worked out. But yeah, so shout out to him. Just off top, guys, we won that trade. Just off top, because we got him traded before. We still got to kind of see what the money situation is and how much that the cap, whatever. But I definitely want to see. Yeah, what that contract, how much we got to pay. But thank you, appreciate that. Thank you, my brother. Oh, you do music too, man. I'm gonna put my other link in the chat. Just stay tuned. I will have some more shows and stuff. So stay tuned, and I'll show you some. Share some music with you too. And in fact, it should be in some of my posts too. I posted a couple in. So if you check the channel, check my posts, and you'll see a link to one of my music channels. So definitely check it out. But yeah. Tyree Wilson. Now that's the thing right now too. Do we sign? Do we keep Malcolm Coons? I know he's not Max Crosby, but I mean, does this change how we kind of go forward? I mean, do we keep Malcolm Coons or do we just are they going fresh? Like, are we going to just draft new? Just go young? Because I mean, I wouldn't mind that either. Like, I wouldn't mind that at some point. Because I mean, technically, to be real, we're not really competing this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're gonna. This is more. This is not about how every year we go into it like we're gonna win the Super Bowl. We win the Super Bowl. You know. Update on the baby. The baby is asleep. But so basically, we go into every year like this is gonna be the year. This is gonna be the year. But that's what got us in trouble last year is them trying to get us to win now, but then not build this team the right way. So now they're breaking it down, breaking it all the way down. You see, Max is gone. Gino's gone. All we have, like, see, it's all the negatives. I mean, not saying that Max was negative, but like Gino being gone, just there's no doubt that there's going to be a new quarterback next year. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. Is it going to be a bridge? Like we heard the Derek Carr thing. I mean, it makes sense for him to be a bridge if he's a cheap bridge. We don't need him to be an expensive ass bridge because we just left an expensive ass quarterback. That threw an interception per game. But like just for DC to come back to us, as long as it's the right price and all that kind of stuff. So because it would be like for a year, if that, like a year, or I don't know. I would think it would be a year. Just maybe a year until Mendoza's ready, and then let him loose. And I hope we build. Thank you, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I hope we build. We get another running back. We get, I keep saying wide receivers, man. I mean, because I'm always going to be in that mode of, trying to get this team better. And everybody, has been talking. I mean, yeah, we need everything. We need linebackers too. But I feel like linebackers, I know in the new system, the 3-4, we're going to need a whole grip of linebackers. But we can get those. Like, we can literally get those in whatchamacallit, UDFAs. Like, if say we don't hit in the draft, we could pick up some in UDFAs. I'm not saying they're going to be greats and all that kind of stuff, but you'd be surprised how many star linebackers were UDFAs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I just want a stud wide receiver. And not, I'm greedy. Of course, I would love to. Because, look at how the Puka and Devontae, just that pairing is crazy. Imagine the DBs. You just got to pick your poison. You got to try to stop somebody. And if you do stop those two, somebody else gets open through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it takes a village, man. It takes a village. So we got to build. We got to build, and we got to build something that's gonna threaten people and make people fear playing us. You know what I'm saying? Not to be like, oh yeah, this is an easy win. Like when you play us, now it's like an easy W. Yeah, we're gonna put up a fight, we're gonna put up a little struggle, but in the end, it's gonna be the same result. So that's what's got to change. And with this new regime, I mean, we said that kind of with last year's regime. So I don't want to. I believe it though. I believe there's change, that the change has already started. Even with last year's bum ass season, it was still us turning the ship around and going in the right direction. Kind of. I mean, that was the fork in the road, that went south. But it has to fail for us to get better though. You don't get good by just being good. You have to fail at things to learn how to not fail at things. How to be more prepared. Because a lot of it is preparation. There's not, like, I'd rather over prepare than under prepare. Because there is no such thing as over prepare. Because you want to know, because anything can happen. Like you could go into a game plan against the best team, statistically, record-wise. You start the game, you get the ball, you return the kick for a touchdown. You just changed the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even have to put your offense on the field. and then say you get a stop, you score again. You know what I'm saying? That's a two score lead. Like if you play the ball right, they've got to get down the field twice on you. Now imagine you put another scoring drive. You know what I'm saying? Like you make it rough, and that's what we never do. That's the pressure you got to put on teams. You got to keep scoring. And that's why I don't know what it is in this last 5 years of watching football. The teams have been turning down field goals, points, to go for it and have failed many times. I've seen many failures, and I'm like, and then they lose by 1 point at the end of the game. It's crazy. Like I don't get where this new, like you take the short points. Like if I'm up 10, so like say if I'm up 7, right? I'm driving, and then I could kick a field goal and be up 10, two scores. But I choose to go for it and fail. Or say or better yet, I throw a pick six. And guess what? Now it's tied. I went from about to be up two scores to being tied. To the next person leads. Next person scores leads. So, it happens like that. So I'm all about taking points, man. Like take it for sure. I want to get up by two scores. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to put the pressure on to where you have to score. And if you don't score, you got to stop us from scoring again. And we're going to slowly grind the clock out, keep the ball going, spread the ball out. We're going to slowly get it done and get in, score. That's the name of the game. I just miss us playing smart football. Like when I was a kid, when, like, I was way younger when we went to that last Super Bowl and lost to Tampa Bay. Like ever since that team broke up, everybody was always talking about, we got to get another Rich Gannon or we got to get another Charlie Garner, that type. Because, Charlie Garner was like, he can catch and run the ball. He can catch and run the ball. And we talked about that for years. We got to find another Charlie Garner. We got to find another, you know what I'm saying? And we never found him. Never found him whatsoever. We've been looking. More quarterbacks than, probably 30 quarterbacks in my time. And it was like every year was a different, it seemed like a different one. We had some good ones in like the 90s. Or are not, well, whatever. I'll say like some ones that kind of stuck around more. But lately it's been boom, boom, boom. He said, if you sing a song by Green Day, I will sub. Let me see. I know Green Day, but I don't really listen to Green Day like that. Give me, let me see. Somebody help me out. Put some Green Day in the, put some Green Day in the chat for Mr. Rocky 101. But, yeah, but definitely check out the music, though. I got, like I said, on my post, there's a link to a music page. And there's all kind of like, you'll find your genre of music. You know what I mean? I listen to everything except I don't listen to a lot of country. I don't really listen to a lot of, I like songs of all kind, you know what I mean? But I'm mostly the R&B, hip hop, a little rock in there, you know what I'm saying? A little mix. So there's a little bit of everything. So you'll find your type, you know what I'm saying? So just strum through it, definitely hit a like, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that it's good music. Got some good little anthems and stuff too. I made a couple that are like I like music to work out to, and even though I need to work out more, my fat ass don't be working out like I need to. But I seen bro on here too. I forget the name of his channel, but he's a big dude, like 600-pound life type dude. But he be doing his thing. He be working out. He be on, doing this little treadmill thing. I seen he got his plaque already too. That boy put in that work. And he had a lot of people hating on him too. They were calling him all kind of fat names and all this kind of stuff. But he kept working. He kept doing his thing. So salute to you, sir. Appreciate you. Just keep working, man. Like no matter what people bring to you, just keep working. Work harder. You know what I'm saying? It always works. You know, they can't stop you from working harder. That's what they can't do. Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody, man. I appreciate everybody stopping through. This was gonna be. It was a live for the baby, to be honest, because I wanted to. My whole thing was I wanted to video her eating her first food for the first time, and it didn't go as clean as I, you know what I'm saying, I pictured it, I guess, in my head. So, but, you know, we tried. We tried to get it done. She's sleeping. Like I said, she got her shot, so she's a little mad right now. But, you know, we're cool. She's sleeping right now, so we're good. And Max Crosby is a Raven now. How come we couldn't get a player, though? We could not get one player? We can get, I'm trying to think who they had that we could have. Shit, we'll take like a linebacker would have been nice. Like he even just wanted a linebacker off there, you know, the backup linebacker or something. Should have got somebody. Wiggins would have been nice, but you know, for the 2 first-round picks, that's good enough. Because I mean, we won. We won that trade. That's what I was gonna say. We won that trade because we got pretty much him traded before he got injured. And before, because he the last 3 years he's been injured in a row. Like you know he's had injuries towards the end of the season or whatever that's kind of lingered. So basically, I think it was going to be a little bit more consistent. So we weren't going to get the value as that contract kept going. We weren't going to get that value. So he gets to go to a team that will probably make the playoffs more than likely. It's always them in Pittsburgh. So I mean the Browns aren't going to be that crazy. The Bengals aren't going to be that crazy. So, you know, shout out to Max. He's made his way to a playoff team. We will see you there one day, Max, and know that. You know, we will get there, and that's crazy. It's still hard to kind of wrap my mind around Max as a Raven. That's crazy. Baltimore. Damn. Well, thank you. Jesus loves you too. Appreciate that. God is good too, man. God, I'm nobody. You know, appreciate. God's got me through a lot, man. God, the reason I'm still here on this planet, on this earth, because of God. You know, I got a beautiful baby girl. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful daughter. Another beautiful daughter. God is good. You know, they're the best part about me is my 2 daughters. Best part of me, hands down. You know, because like I had a rough life. My life, you know, was something else. But I just pray that I had to go through everything I went through, so they don't have to go through the things that I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lord, protect them, keep them safe, keep them away from these weirdos and clowns. But yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I tried, man. You know, life has been a trip. You know, life is good. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm blessed with 2 beautiful daughters. Um, you know, just I'm still living. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm working. You know, I'm living in the city. You know, it's cool. It could be worse. Could be a lot worse. You know, yeah. Shout to you guys, man. You know, I don't want to make this like a downer Friday. It's Friday, man. It's trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got the baby, so I don't want to be all. I don't want to be that. But you know, I do my, you know, my Mary Jane. You know, and that's about it. But you know, since the baby, I don't do it. You know, with the baby here. You know, but yeah, whatever you do, man. You know, you popping bottles if you put some in the air. You know, handle your scandal. But yeah. Yeah, so it's Friday night, man. Friday night, we on. We here. Max just got traded. So when DC left, right, I've seen a lot of the nation split. Some people were kind of upset. I have seen it. But yeah, like a lot of people were split on. That's where everyone's like Team DC, Team Raiders, Team Jimmy G, whatever it was. But I feel like some people are going to be upset. I mean, I see the big picture at the end of the day because I mean we need to get better, and this definitely helps us get better. Like John Gruden, I love John. He's not making these picks. You know what I'm saying? We got some young minds in there. I'm curious to see. Oh, we could do some damage. These next 2 years, man, are going to be crucial because by year three, we should be playoff. You know what I'm saying? We should have a good team built because if we do this right, man, we have every position on offense filled by then. Offensive line or running backs or because we'll have two solid running backs, how I see it. We'd have two solid running backs at least. A solid starting quarterback and a solid mobile type of change of pace kind of quarterback as a backup. Hopefully that happens. Two stud wide receivers, two possession receivers. Our tight end group, a little bit more secure with Mayer. And for some reason, I see Mayer getting traded, bro. But I hope they don't. I hope they keep him in. I hope they just kind of make Bowers like a third wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like make him an option as wide receiver and then just keep Mayer as that tight end role. Like have him just shine, get all the tight end catches, and then just have what's his name work as like a motioning. You could just motion Brock out and then get him something. But you could use him to get Mayer open because everybody will be flocking to Brock. And then you just get Mayer, bam, on that other side. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's how I see it, man. I see it going down. We're not that far gone. It's just we needed to make these moves. That's why I said our loyalty is stupid. Like some of our loyalties are not smart because we'll hang on to people and then just let them just go to dirt or get injured and not get nothing for them. And see, now I feel like we're using our business mind. And we're being smart because we're understanding that it's not about now. It's about the future. All our moves got to be about the future. All our moves have got to be the future of the Raiders. Not about a single player, a person. Because if they cared, they would sacrifice themselves for the better of the team. Because if you really care about the Raiders, you want the Raiders to be not just good in the past, not just good right now, but a good team going forward. Whew, yes, let's go. Comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Amen. King of Mobile. 737. Salute. It says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Jesus is King. Yes, sir. Bring that, brother. Bring that blessing. You know what I'm saying? God is good, man. I got saved. It was May 3rd of 2005. I was in a church. I was in a program actually called Teen Challenge. It was like for people that, were not so good as youth, And basically that was like kind of a, instead of like jail, they'll send you to like basically like a, what do they call it? A life. Dang, it was a certain phrase they have for a life school or life challenge, something. What the hell was it called? Life. Pretty much like it teaches you how to live a better life, like a more upright life. I forget the phrase that they use, but life something school. But anyway, But yeah, they just teach you, you can't be cursing and all that kind of stuff. But it was a trip. But it was Christian based. So we would pray in the morning. We would go to the chapel. Most of us would be sleeping there, but we go there. You have to put your head down for a half hour. I think it was half an hour. Could have been an hour, but I feel like it was a long time, especially for us. Like us that didn't pray before, didn't go into that. But yeah, like I said, May 3rd of '05, I was saved. Because the whole thing when I grew up was, I thought that once you sin, basically you're effed. You're going to hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, so a lot of my thing was thinking that it was too late. Like it was over. Once you mess up, it's done. So the pastor that was talking, he was talking about 2 Corinthians 5:17. If anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. And he was just going into, like, if you give your life to the Lord, and if you tell, if you confess your sins, and believe in your heart that He is God, and it was just something touched my heart that day, and I just gave it a chance, and He's never let me down, man. Like, ever since, that life has been a trip. Like, there's been so many downs, roller coasters, just all kind of stuff, ups, downs, the whole drama movie, all that, but at the end of the day, God has been so good to me. Like, the people that He's put in my life, what I'm saying? Like, the things that He's blessed me with, that, you know, who knows if I deserve, or, what I'm saying? Because I've done good and I've done bad, but I've spent the better half of my life trying to make up for my wrongs and for my, what I'm saying, for the days that I wasn't the best person. And that's how I carry myself, man. That's how I live my life now. You know, like I said, I ain't perfect. I still be snapping. I still be, what I'm saying. But for the most part, I am in a better place than I was. So anybody going through struggles or whatever, like, you're not your best person right now, just don't give up on yourself, man. Like, just keep that being disappointed at yourself, because that's what it takes. Nobody can tell you nothing about yourself, man, that you can't be on yourself about. Like me, I'm my worst critic. Nobody can really tell me anything, because I'm already on myself. I know when I mess up. I know when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it irritates me, because I know I can do better. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, some of us don't need nobody to tell us anything, because we are internally beating ourselves up in our mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, that's how, sometimes people say that's not healthy, but for me, that's what gets it done. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell myself that I almost feel like I ain't shit, but, like, you got to tell yourself that you got to work harder. Like, yeah, that's cool, but shit, work harder, get better, get more, and it's just, you never want to be complacent. You never want to think that what you're doing is good enough, because you can always do better. We can all do better. Like, I'm not perfect. I can always do better. Like, I may argue to the death of me, but deep down, I know sometimes I have to be better, And it sucks, because when I try to argue, that's when I know I got to be better, because I can't argue, because I know that either the other person's right, or I'm wrong, or whatever it takes. Like, I know, because I'm not a BSer. I'm not gonna BS you. Like, if I'm wrong, hey, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the time to be like, sorry to say, but I don't have to lie to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you that I have to lie to? You know what I'm saying? I've lived this life myself. I've never had to have anybody direct me, or, what I'm saying? I didn't, like I said, I talked about this. I didn't have a father that I, birth, blood, whatever, father and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't have nobody to tell me. So it was just me. So I've carried that mentality for quite some time. Yeah. Joe Bob, who's your team? Just curious. Just curious. But yeah. So, I'm kind of, I'm a tough critic on myself. I'm very hard on myself. That's why, like, this last season, right? Okay, Cowboys. My brother's actually a Cowboy fan, but nobody's perfect. But no, shout to y'all. Um, but it's I don't know. I my thing now for sure. No, you're all good, brother. Yeah, my thing now is I was tough on my team last year. I was upset that I believed the hype again. You know what I'm saying? Like it was at the end of the day, we knew better. We knew we weren't going to be that good, but it sounded like they really knew what they were doing. You know. He said, Jerry, I like that song to be on that YouTube. Like, Jerry, Cowboys ain't gonna never win. Igga, get it, Jerry. Get it, Jerry. You know that one. But, yeah. Nah, Joe Bob, the Ravens already they got Max. Yeah, they traded, 2 first-round picks for Max. Max is a Baltimore Raven now. Crazy. Yeah, it just happened too while we were on live a little bit earlier. Crazy. Yeah, that's what we said. Because I just started the live too, and then the news kind of came across. A friend of mine just let me know, and then it was official. So we will see what we do with these picks. But yeah, it's crazy. Max is a beast. But I mean, for the Ravens, he'll have more impact because like he was trying to do everything for us, and we just didn't have the team around him. You know what I mean? But you know, you guys will be straight though. You guys made some good trades. Yo, you guys whooped the Jets. You know what I'm saying? So you guys won. But you guys will be cool. It'll just take a couple years. Like you guys got to figure out that you guys got the wide receivers. You just got to figure out something with that quarterback. I mean, Dak's cool. Dak will get you there, but pretty much he's content. It looks like just getting there to the playoffs. He's like, okay, once I get there, I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. I'm good. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, yeah. So Ravens, huh? That's crazy. So the talk is gonna be who won that trade in the chat, man. Who won that trade? The Ravens or the Raiders? It's still yet to be seen. After we'll know when we get these picks, but I love having another pick in that damn first round. And then we get an early, because basically I think we're in the middle. So that's like 3 picks within the first 30, I say 35, give or take 34 or 35 picks. That's 3 picks in that first 30 picks. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's going to be wild. So Max, man, Max. So we getting pretty much our whole revamped defense. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm not a that guy. He chokes every big game. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's him. But I mean, shit, the thing we said about you guys, at least you guys get to the playoffs. Shit, I wish we could sniff the playoffs. But I bet it is frustrating more, getting there and then to get, booted out the first round probably sucks too. But I mean, at least you get there. That's one more extra game. Our season was over last week by like week 6. I feel like week 5, but who's a surprise team you guys think that are gonna come up next year? I had picked the Rams this damn last year, and they did okay, but I mean, damn, they let me down in the end. But yeah, that was my surprise team for Puka's a beast, man. I can't believe that we let him get past us 4 or 5. I don't know if they picked before us in the 5th round, but he was a 5th round pick, and that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like we always talk about, we pick or the Raiders and their years of not winning and stuff like that. And I go back to the draft because I could go through every draft and just show you where we miss and where we could have had a Pro Bowl, all pro team if we had drafted the right player. Like maybe, out of the 7 draft picks that you had, if we could have hit on at least 3 out of each draft. 3 picks out of each draft. You know what I mean? If I could substitute, and it's not even all first round picks. These are not always first round picks. These are players that sometimes are in the third round, fourth round, that were those guys, and we just didn't. I don't know what we look for. That's what I get curious. Like, as many coaches that come in and out, I want to see who scouts the players, who decides what talent to bring in, like, and what quality of player we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. What kind of weird ass shit is that? Anyway, but yeah, like I said, yeah, it's just hard in the yard, man. But now, if this was Pete trading Max, oh, they'd be pissed. That's why I'm curious to see how people feel about this, because I know I was tired of the back and forth, so I didn't give a damn if it happened. Cool. If it didn't, oh well, But I'm actually glad it happened, because for one, it's nothing against Max, nothing against him. Like, it's all like good. I'm glad he's good. No, it's more okay. Financially, we save some money. Trade wise, we get first round picks. For the future, that looks good. That's real good. You know what I'm saying? Gino gone. You know? The dead weight gone. The new era of Raider football is here. I am excited. This draft can't get here soon enough. That's the period that gets me. If free agency is cool, but it's the draft for me. Because free agency, don't get me wrong, is huge this year. Because I need them to do whatever it takes for this offensive line and get a running back, get another running back. Every time someone gets traded, I always see what they gave up. What did they get for him? When was it David Montgomery got traded? I definitely wanted to see what did they get for him, because that's what we need. That's what Genty needs. Batman Robin. That's what he needs. Mostert's cool. I hope we actually keep Mostert one more year, just to see what he's got. I mean, you see, he broke some good special teams runs and stuff like that, but he's got a little in the tank. He's got enough. He's played enough ball that he knows how to read holes, and he can still hit some holes. So him, Genty, and a rookie, and then by next year it's Genty and the rookie, or the second year running back. Because I feel in the UDFA grouping, we better grab some damn running backs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want some extra legs on this damn field. We need some extra feet. So things just can't happen soon enough for me right now, because I know everything that needs to change, and it's like, until it changes, I'm anxious, because I don't know if they see it the same way, or if they see, if their vision matches ours. Because Raider Nation knows what's up. We've seen this, and we've been calling for it. They don't listen, but for some reason this year they listen. After this year, they listen. But, it's usually when the pocketbooks are affected, that's when people listen. I'll say that one more time. It's usually when the pocketbook is affected that people will start to listen. Because you can't tell a rich man nothing until he starts losing money and he's going bankrupt. And then all of a sudden he's looking for help. That's how it goes. But Mark Davis, just provide the money. Just be the financial backing, and let the guys that know football build a football team. And then for us fans, man, especially for myself, I'm gonna say for myself, I will not give expectations. I'm not going to put expectations on this team again. We're just going to keep building. We're going to keep building, keep stacking, keep this roster you know, relevant and keep adding to it. Get draft better. We gotta draft better. So that makes me mad right now that we've drafted that bad in this history. That's where we are now. Because we don't have anything. That's why we don't have anything. Year after year, we're doing all these 100 1 year deals because we don't have any of our own. So we need to just pay. Hey, look, we just need you for a season. We just need you for 1 year. You know, and guess what? They're only here for 1 year or two, and they're gone. So that's the thing. We got to stop that. And how you stop that is draft better. Draft the players that are good. You know, that's why I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, we like Jack Besh and all that kind of stuff, but bro, for the if I'm not mistaken, I was the second pick after Genty. Now, we could have. I don't even have to look at the list. I'm not even gonna look at the list. I just know we could have did better somehow, some way. Because for someone that didn't even play that much as a second round, pick, you got to be a starter. Starter. Like the first four picks, I'm looking for starters. You know, like possible, game changers, starters. Not a player that I'm gonna pick you because I'm picking you second round because I feel that you're good enough to draft in that second round, but you sit. And not only that, does the person that you draft in the fourth round, I think fourth round was played more in the beginning, you know what I mean, due to some drops, but just how did that work? And you kind of feel like they made a mistake too because when they doubled up, like when they doubled back, they drafted Besh. I think they got Porter, if I'm not mistaken, but then they came back for Thornton. So when they did that, so before they went back for Thornton, I was kind of like, what was going on? Because there was a lot of wide receivers that I wanted. Like I think it was Trey Harris was one. There was a couple that Burden, of course, but there was a couple that I felt would have been better for. Excuse me, guys. But we went that route, and like I like Jack Besh as a player, but as a second round pick, I thought that was kind of nuts, you know. But it is what it is. We'll see though. I hope he makes me eat my words. I really do. You know. Okay, what up? No. Yeah, but this should be an interesting season. Like I think we're starting to lose all the original names and all the OGs like the Aaron Rodgers and Brady left a couple years ago and what's his name, Stafford's almost out. It's about to be a new era up there. It's about to be a new league and all new players, all the people that we kind of grew up. Sorry about that. The guys we grew up watching, are retiring and moving on, and it's the young guns coming in. you know. So yeah, guys, I came on like I said, it was just for the baby. The baby's asleep right now, so only a few people on right now. So I know there's a lot of probably shows popping off right now because Max got traded. But guess where you were when you heard that Max was traded? Right here with your boy, and I appreciate it. Damn. Well, at least we got Brock, we got Genty, we got Mr. Mendoza coming in. Oh, Max, don't you dare hurt him. Max, you leave Mendoza alone. Hopefully, we don't have to see him, until Mendoza's all the way ready. But, yeah, man. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody. You got some people popping on, too. So, we'll see. I'll get about it in a second. Oh, they popped off. They just want to see what's up. They just poked their head in to see if I was real, or if I was AI, or if I was a zombie. But I am real. Yeah. What's everybody doing for the weekend? You got any plans? It's sunny out here. It's beach weather. I got the baby though. It's kind of hard to take the baby in the sand. So we're gonna just chill out this weekend. Might go see grandma. Baby needs to go see grandma. Oh man, I'm all yawning. Yeah, but it's been a long day, y'all. Um, Everybody that came on, man, shout to everybody. Appreciate, Max Crosby is now a Baltimore Raven, and the Raiders just came up on 2 first-round picks. I want to go look at them now to make sure they're real. I gotta go see the picks, see where they are, see what numbers, and plot out who we can get. Now it's mock draft season, baby. All month, all next month. 2 months of mock drafts. Every time something happens. So now we can do a new mock draft with these extra picks. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this draft, man. Free agency should be what I mean, we made that move. We were sellers. We were definitely sellers of this free agency. So let's see what we do. And then, like I said, no expectations. Let's not. That's the thing. We got too many expectations. We're just like that. We're prideful. We want to see it now. We want another. We want that number 4. We want that 4th ring now. But yeah, we'll get it. How many rings do the Chargers have? Anybody know? Just curious. Asking for a friend. Yeah, just checking. Okay. But yeah, we're trying to get number 4. Chargers have, but I'm just saying. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Everybody's gone now, so I will be gone now. I know when it's time to leave. I do. And it's time to leave. Thank you. And I will be on at some point yammering about something. So appreciate you guys listening to me yammering. Baby loves you guys. Appreciate you. And, we do this for the kids, man. So we love y'all. Appreciate you. And we outro.